You guys, it's time! Okay, that's it, all said. Forget trying to be Mariah Carey. But it is time to nominate. Nominate what exactly? Well, nominate for the 2025 LPSTube Day Award Ceremony, of course. You've probably seen this video before in past couple of years if you've already nominated or voted for before, but please stick around. There are some new information that you might want to hear. For those of you that don't know, the LPSTube Day Award Ceremony is my way of celebrating LPSTube Day, which, if you don't know, is held every May 10th since 2014 to celebrate our community of Littlest Pet Shop enthusiasts, collectors, creators, you name it. The main event of this awards show is handing out the awards to fellow creators, characters, as well as selected content that is voted by you guys. Yep, you guys vote who should win. But the thing is, we can't really vote without nominees, so this is where this stage of the production comes in. In simple terms, nominating is essentially you guys suggesting who you think should win a certain award category, like Creator of the Year, or Most Dramatic LPS Video, or something along those lines. Now, before we get to the actual instructions, I just want to put it out there that in order to comply with COPPA regulations, if you are under the age of 13 years old, ask a parent or guardian to help you fill out this nomination form. However, if you are 13 years of age or older than that, then you can fill out this form by yourself. Now, on how to actually nominate. If you scroll down in the video description, there will be a link that you can click that will take you to a Google form that looks like this. I'll pop it up on the screen. For each award category, you'll get the title of the award, a description of what the award is about, as well as a list of past winners that you are not allowed to nominate. More on that later. There will also be a text field where you can write out your nomination. In each blank space, you're going to type out the names of LPS creators, LPS content, and or LPS characters that you think would suit each category. Once you've filled out every single blank space, you just scroll down to the bottom, hit submit, and your response will be recorded. But wait, before you do anything, there are some rules that we have to cover to ensure that your nomination is counted in the tally. First of all, you may have noticed that there is a list of creators, characters, and content in each award category under the title of past winners or last year's winner. Anything that is mentioned in that list will not be eligible for that particular category, and this is to make sure that more LPS tubers who haven't had a chance to win that particular award has the chance to. These previous award winners are still allowed to be nominated for the categories that they have not won yet. But the general rule of thumb is that if they are on the list, do not nominate for them or any of their work for that particular category. If not, then go ahead. Second of all, do not, under any circumstances, nominate me, my videos, or my characters. They will not be counted whatsoever. I am the host of the ceremony, and, I just think it wouldn't be fair if it's my own ceremony and I get awarded everything. That just wouldn't be fair. Maybe I'll make an award ceremony for my own content in the future, but for now, I want to award other people, so do not nominate me. I've seen you guys nominate for me, my characters, in the nomination form, so don't do it. Your votes will not be counted. Thirdly, make sure that the creators or the content and characters that you're nominating are currently active. What I mean by this is make sure they are creators or content or characters created by people who have posted on social media within less than a year. The reason being is that creators who have quit the community or have not been active online for a long time, they're less likely to accept the awards or respond to any messages pertaining to the awards show. And of course, we want to spotlight the people who are actually actively making content and are just an active member of the community in general. Number 4, and this is especially important to the nomination process, make sure you use the correct format in your text entry responses. What I mean by this is that there is a certain format or a certain type of writing I am looking for when looking through everyone's nominations. It just makes the process for me a lot easier because I have to sift through hundreds of open text entries. It's can be a lot. So here's my nifty guide to how to use correct formatting. All of this will be recapped in the Google form instructions and in the video description. But in general, for the creator categories, you just need to write the full name of the content creator's social media handle. It could be YouTube, it could be Instagram, whatever. Like me, PuppyLover863. That's my YouTube channel name. But just don't nominate me. For LPS character categories, you start with the character's full name, first and last, and it's okay if you don't know their last name. You could just write their first name. Then the series or video that they came from, the title of that video or series, and the full name of the LPS tuber who created the character and that particular video or series. So let's say, for example, you were nominating Justin from my series, #Daris. You would write in Justin Spielberg, #Daris, by PuppyLover863. Again, please do not nominate Justin. This is just an example. And finally, for the video or content categories, all you have to do is write the full series or video name and the person who created that video or series. For example, let's say you were nominating Royal Secrets. You would just need to write the series title, Royal Secrets, and who created it, which is me, PuppyLover863. And for the third time, do not nominate, please. Do not nominate me or my work. Remember rule 2. Don't forget rule 2, you guys. Rule number 5 isn't mandatory and is completely optional, but if it helps, you're allowed to nominate up to 3 people or content or characters per category. So let's say you want to nominate for 2 series, #Daris and Royal Secrets. So all you have to do is write in the first nominee, press enter on your keyboard or on your touchscreen, and then just type in the name of the other series you want to nominate. And if you want to include a third nominee, you would repeat that process again. But if you nominate more than 3, you nominate 4 or 5 or 6, the 4th, 5th, 6th other entries will not be considered. Keep it limited to 3 or 2 or just 1 even. Number 6 is also not really mandatory, but if you can, use it as a last resort. We understand that it can be hard to wrap your brain around who to nominate. There's so many creators out there in so many categories. It can be hard to think of a lot of people. So if you absolutely do not know who to nominate for one or even a few categories, you are allowed to type in N/A, which stands for non-applicable, or none, or something along those lines, telling me that you don't know who you want to nominate or don't want to nominate anyone for this category. But please do try your best to submit as many nominations as you can. We can't have nominees without nominations. So this would be your last resort if you absolutely cannot think of anyone. But don't take too long to make a decision, because the deadline to submit this nomination form is Saturday, January 18th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:59 p.m. Pacific Time. So after that day and time, the nomination form will close and I will begin creating the voting form. Whew, that was a lot of information to get through today, but it is the most important step of this whole LPSTube Day Award Ceremony production. Like I said before, we can't have a ceremony, let alone we can't have a voting form without nominees. And where do those nominations come from? They come from you. And if LPSTube Day and the award ceremonies I host celebrate our community, then by all means we need to have our community's involvement in this very important first step to making the awards show happen. We wouldn't be here without you guys, and we want to celebrate with all of you by getting involved. If there were any rules or instructions that weren't clear to you in this video, like I mentioned before, they'll be written in the video description and on the Google form itself. But if you have any other questions that I can help answer with regard to the rules or how to nominate, please do not hesitate to write them in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond to as many as I can. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you guys for sticking around and continuing to support not only our award shows, but also our community. A lot of new exciting things are happening for LPS and for our community, and I cannot wait to celebrate them with you this May 10th. I love you guys, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy holidays, everybody! Bye!